Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Trojans, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Trojans offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Clemson's offense will take the field for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary, and there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, to try and get him as many doubles as they can, but you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after him.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're in a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a bad job calling defense.
The pitch. Jukes his way for more. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The defense has been up to the task so far. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to barrel in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterbacks love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets in small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Turning it on. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
To the ground to try to move the chains. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running it to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The inside handoff. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Soft spot in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 4 over North Texas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Higgins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've come out, lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Clemson! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hold and fired complete. At the 35, he's loose. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PB in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Got it in the middle, it's Lovett. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Dead center perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away and you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Clemson will send the punt team out. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to pass. It's Crowder. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field throwing.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab on the big throw. Breaks into the open. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. To the air, it's Crowder. Got his man quickly. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The official says no good. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Got the first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Leaves it with the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Trojans line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Connor. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Crowder. He's got his man across the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to go up top on first down. Now adjusting. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Between the uprights, it's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Colorado State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in Fort Collins. They'll enjoy this one all week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's Williams.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll toss it. Find some fresh air. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Clemson. And the stomping has commenced.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Finds his man. It's Thomas.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Caught in the backfield, it's Connor. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. The Trojans need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haynes. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's a heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Trojans will punt this one away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Knocked down for the tackle. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Fellas, the border war has resumed as Kansas and Missouri have locked up again. Here is the very latest. Missouri was able to finish off a close one in Columbia. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Back to pass, it's Crowder. It's caught. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Taylor. And a nice grab there, big pickup down to the 35-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Now the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Now we'll put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.